Welcome to Ask Medina, a podcast where your mental health comes first. If you want to have a conversation, contact 856-315-0191. Share your thoughts with a licensed therapist who truly understands what it means when you say, I give up. Ask Medina is a straightforward and realistic approach to your journey on healing.
Good evening. Hello there, and welcome to Ask Medina. I wanted to share a little bit about, I was reflecting on a post that I had written recently involving letting go. People who hold on to anger and how it sometimes defines who they are. It reminded me because I was having a recent conversation with someone involving something that they're very angry about, and it's difficult for them to let it go. It's sometimes easy for someone to say, let go of that ish. But it's really hard sometimes for people to let it go because anger could represent so many different things, or the situation could represent so many different things, especially if it's tied in to a person's self-worth in some way, shape, or form. It's interesting. I said a person's self-worth. Sometimes people are angry about things that they feel reflect them personally with regard to someone else's actions, and it's particularly difficult for them to let it go. Well, I'm going to say this. I still say you're going to have to find a place to let go of that ish. Why? Because all you're doing is deflecting all of the goodness that's ready to come into your life. And it doesn't matter how great you think you are or how well you think you're behaving. When you hold on to anger against another person or another thing, it inadvertently expounds negative energy. What happens when you have, if anybody knows anything about science, what happens when you have a negative and a positive energy field, like kind of like when you think about batteries? If you have a positive and a negative, they fight against each other, don't they? They kind of push against each other. There's a push and a pull. Think about a magnet, right? Yeah, that ish is real. Well, guess what? Same thing is happening in your life. So when you do that, you are pushing away, you're deflecting anything that's good by doing that. So I'm going to tell you, if you don't learn how to let it go, you are only bringing harm to yourself, and you're only going to put yourself in a position to be around people who are like you. So that means you are going to create a whole lot of nastiness around you inadvertently and not even know it. So I'm going to urge you to let that ish go. But what I am going to do for people who are really struggling and really do want to learn how to let it go, I'm going to give you a little exercise that may be helpful. I want you to talk to your anger and learn how to let it go. Speak to that. Speak to it. Confront it. What I want you to do is I want you to find a peaceful place. I want you to sit comfortably. And I want you could wrap yourself up in a blanket. I oftentimes tell people to do that when they want to relax or be comfortable, to keep warm. You can even light a candle. I want you to feel your feet firmly onto the ground. I want you to be rooted. So you're sitting rooted means grounded. Your butt cheeks, I am going to say butt cheeks, your bottom, deeply rooted, and your lower back, I want you to be aware of the support that it's giving you. And I want your hands to be relaxed, resting in your lap. I want you to let your facial muscles relax. You will be surprised to notice how tight and how tense you are. Notice I have very little wrinkles, and I'm 52, I'll be 53 in some months. It's because I'm very aware of how it is that I make my facial expressions and intensity so that lines don't form into my face. Relax your facial muscles. Notice your breath and allow your body to breathe itself. Notice your breath and allow your body to breathe itself. Sit and taste each breath when it enters into your body, and observe how it leaves. I'm going to say that again. Notice how each breath enters into your body and how it leaves. When you are ready, experiment mentally moving towards your anger. I want you to think about your anger. It could be a bunch of words. It could be a bunch of things, that colors, shapes, a person, people. Could be a lot of things that are intruding your thoughts when you think about your anger. And you might notice yourself starting to get a little bit more agitated. That's normal. What I want you to do is I want you to talk to your anger. I want you to say something like, I want to understand you. I want to understand you. Let me experience you. Give me your all. Give me your all. And I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to watch. That's what you're going to say. And I'm not going to react the way that I did in the past. Not going to react the way that I did in the past. I want you to keep focusing on your breath, and I want you to dance where your anger is concerned as you notice. And I want you to continue to practice this for a while. And you may notice changes, subtle changes over time regarding your anger. Get control of it and let it not control you. All right now. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk with you next time. Take care of yourselves.